We can get intros out of the way.
What's the Rocket and Abusement?
Rocket versus Amusement Park. Yep. Team Rocket.
Blasting off again.
Save. Oh, damn it. You just ruined it. Save that. Save that. Ah,
You're
damn
not
it.
recording it already, aren't you?
Yes! I gotta be live. We get ready to do it. All right.
I hate it.
Ah, damn it. My man was like, shit. Ah, that was a good one, too. Ah, damn it. We gonna still use it later. Who cares? All right. All right. So right now, I'm trying to get the who. Which team are you doing?
I guess I will do Amusement Park.
You gonna do
Is it
me?
Muse or Abuse?
Uh, I'm guessing. I'm hoping. I I hope it's not abusement, but it looks like abusement. You're right about that. If it's abusement park, then whoa, Nelly.
Maybe they just mean like abuse the meta.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would abuse the meta because the meta is abusable right now.
Exactly.
Very abusable. Like I mean, I wouldn't take it for granted, but it's abusable. Playboy is there is no data on Playboy. Okay, he's played Draven, Lucian, so he might be the ADC.
Oh Lord, that name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I hate it.
God dang it! All right, so right now, what you hear us doing is getting all of the information for all the players that we can, because this is the real difficult part of.
I like this. It seems Abusement Park has actually been practicing together in flats. It's really cool.
Really,
Yeah, at least most of them. At least three of them.
because from what I'm seeing, Eva Playboy might be a might be a sub.
Mm.
All right, so he's our jungle. He's been playing a lot of Gragas and Udyr. Gragas and Udyr. He's been playing a lot of those two champions, but he also has some good skill with a couple of other champions too. Jax, another one we might want to look out for. The research, the research department is on the case. Oh my God, is that space in his name? G Poofin? G space Poofin? Is that his name?
No, I don't there's not a space there.
Are you sure? Because it looks like there's one.
Not on my screen.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure I've looked him up the other day. I don't think there was one.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No, you're right. G Poofin. Okay.
it seems we have been kicked out.
What do you mean?
I think they're remaking the lobby.
Yeah, I think so. That's good for us. That gives us a little bit more time to get our research on. This dude's a middle and a support. So I'm guessing in this game he's going to go mid. I think he's going to be our mid laner. And he's Zareth and Lux.
Top support. Okay.
Looks like he's going to be Joan. This might be our ADC, but I'm not sure because he doesn't have a lot of, you know, he doesn't have a lot of different things. Wait, did you copy the rest of the teams down? Because we got kicked out. I can't see the rest of the team.
Wait, you mean the other players? Yeah, I got the entire team over here.
How'd you do that so fast, bro? I gotta find a faster way to do this.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm
I'm sorry.
slow.
Like you're talking about looking them up on OP.GG and shit, right?
Right, right. Which
Yeah.
is what I'm doing. I need to do that faster.
Oh, I just have OP.GG on a hotbar on my favorites, so I just have to
Ah,
type in the name.
dang.
I just open up 5 different tabs.
Oh, bruh, what? Oh, you. That's fast. That's a faster way to do it. I think I'm gonna start. I'm gonna copy that.
Yeah, just
Borrow that.
set it on a favorite bar, open up 5 tabs, and just type in the name as you go.
Jesus. Wait.
Wait, what? No,
Now we're in tab select. Wait, what are we doing?
I don't know what just happened.
There's no communication. All right, let's start. Let's start calling the game. All right, so welcome to another ESDL matchup. My name is XX Howling XX, and this is,
All right, Ryan, how you doing?
and we're coming at you live again with another League of Legends match. Now we're gonna ban Lux. Now that seems to be a personal ban against Team Rocket's mid laner. Team Rocket mid laner has been playing a lot of Lux, but also she's very good in the meta right now. So good job banning that one away. Lee Sin seems to be a just want to be out pick because
Well, the enemy jungler does play on Abusement side. Does play a lot of Lee Sin and Gratis, so that might be a personal shot in Sim as well.
okay, Nautilus, that is a shot against our support as he is a very heavy tank taker, but
Malzahar, that just seems to be that's a ban.
right,
They just don't want to deal with Malzahar. Understandably, Malzahar is very powerful, especially that all,
very much so.
and his ability to push lane cannot be underestimated.
Lucian, a pretty good ADC, but I wonder what type of comp they're gonna pick for today. Let's play the old game of paper, rock, scissors.
Play ball is their top player, correct?
Yeah, or yeah, he's their ADC. He's
Oh.
their ADC.
Oh, okay.
Games Forever is our jungler. And I believe G Poofin is our mid, which leaves us Pyro us and to be our bottom, and Wolfen to be our bottom lane. So they picked up Draven into Caitlyn.
It's a pretty fair matchup. Caitlyn does win it. However, Draven is a contester.
Right.
He does outstyle her very heavily, and Jurgeline is a very powerful Draven player, it seems. Very great stores, very good, lots of experience.
Right. But that's what's going to change the lane to Karma. Karma turns this lane from a kill lane into more of a poke lane.
But with lots of engage, too.
Yeah, they have the opportunity to engage as well, so you do good at both.
We can't forget, they did just buff Karma to increase the slow in her Q.
I did forget about that.
They increased it from 25 to 35%.
Dang, that's a lot.
Yeah, 10% is huge. Especially when you consider that just allows the Draven to run you down.
Morgana being picked up, most likely for our mid laner. So Team Rocket's mid laner. Look like they're building for a team fighting composition here on the side of Team Rocket.
I believe so, and Caitlyn is a great choice into that. She's able to stay safe while the rest of her team engages for her.
Right, and it just seems to be what they're going for. LeBlanc is a good assassin. Is a good burst champ. Like she bursts people up wide open.
Let me out. Hard to pick. Very hard to pick off.
Jax, and that's going to be a heavy blow to our top laner on our side, he's been playing a lot of Jax recently. And very good scores on that Jax side, mind you. So that's probably a direct pick against our top laner. But we still have questions on who our support is for. Ooh. we haven't picked jungle on the side of Abusement Park either. So that heck,
I want a
The
turn.
Annie band. That's a
that's
pretty.
that.
That's out there.
Oh, nah, not really. Our mid laner, they're thinking that Morgana is going for the support role. So that Annie is for our mid laner, for the mid laner of Team Rocket, who actually has really good scores on Annie.
Interesting. You don't see Annie mid very often. You don't see
No,
Annie very often.
you don't see Annie very often, but when she shows up, she's okay. Annie's okay. Are you okay, Annie?
Don't challenge Spira MJ in here.
A little bit. Mundo.
Mundo is it's a very common pit for this top laner.
Right, but are they heavy poke? Does,
Wait, are you asking Mundo's heavy poke?
like is Mundo going into a poke comp? I'm familiar with what a poke comp is supposed to consist of. It's just really hard to see Mundo other than his cleaver. He's more like a cleave all in, take damage type of guy.
It does end up working out pretty well with the way their comp set up because Karma doesn't. His poke is solo. She doesn't need to work along with anyone else in order to get her poke off. Well, Block is more of a pit comp. She doesn't really want to poke. She just wants to find someone, kill them, or
Right.
a bunch of bursts.
So we got and we got Galio, Jarvan. All right. So Jarvan is our jungle for this side. Galio is going to be our mid. Caitlyn and Morgana bottom. So they were correct about banning that Annie away because that's something that went against the mid laner on the Team Rocket side. And then we got
Galio is a great pit in this block. It's very hard for her to assassinate Galio.
and I think that was the purpose of it, but it also gives them another form of engage. It also gives them more global pressure. Also, if they decide to do a 1-3-1, they can actually use Galio to get to those other lanes. That's going to be we want to see how that gets used. One teleport on both sides of this team. So one team has teleport and the other team has teleport. None of them have more than one. And both of those are going to our top laners. All right. As we get set to load into the Rift, the team composition for Team Rocket, which is our team on the left, this team screams, we have come to fight. Not early, but later. What do you think?
Yeah, Caitlyn should be able to carry the team through the early fights as long as they do well in bot. It gives time for Sejuani, Galio, and Nasus to scale up, get tainty, start doing their damage.
Right. Nasus has to farm a lot. A lot. That Q, but when that Q hits after farming for a while, it hurts. Is that Mundo gonna be able to push him off that farm and keep him from getting that Q to where it's damaging to the rest
If
of the
this
team?
if this Mundo has any clue how to play as champion, which based on his match history, he should have at least some experience on Mundo.
Right.
Mundo is a great pit in the Nasus. He just walks up and headbutts you. That's it.
Right.
He doesn't even throw his cleaver. He just has to headbutt you, and that will auto reset with that with the E. Just so much damage, so much. It will not. And Nasus tries to run. He cleaves him down. Just throws cleaver after cleaver.
Right.
And Nasus' HP just gets chunked. If he keeps him off the minions where Nasus can't sustain back up, the Nasus won't be able to walk up. He'll have to CS with his E.
And that'll be a test for our Mundo top laner. That'll be a test for our Mundo top laner. But I think Morgana into this Karma is a good idea. Morgana shield will stop that extra 35% slow on her Q, getting Caitlyn out of those tough scenarios. But the only problem is
Honest,
she can't use it early. She has to use it on time. She has to use it when they decide to go all in. If you use it early, it won't come back up in time for another fight.
Well, I wouldn't be too worried about the slow early. I'd be more worried about that root because if you waste that the
Mm.
flat shield on the slow, then Thomas just gonna walk up and press her W on you.
And yeah, and then she can and also that increase in movement speed also, helps her really lock that root down,
Exactly.
you know? And that's really going to be dangerous for our Caitlyn, especially if they can get that combo off and kill her early, putting her behind, forcing her get leads. We're going to see how this all plays out. All right. So,
It's it's good thing to keep in mind that the only reliable CC on the side of Team Abusement is Jarvan and Karma. Has to be next to you for a full second. Meanwhile, Jarvan
right,
has to land that knockup. Neither one of them are very reliable. LeBlanc does have her chains, but you have to be able to hit those.
right,
Meanwhile, Team Rocket has multiple forms of CC and
and
engage.
and it's easy. Sejuani's ultimate, Morgana's bind, Galio period, like Galio's taunt, like
Even Caitlyn has her traps. They have a lot formidable CC that you cannot underestimate. LeBlanc in particular has to be very careful not to W into a Caitlyn trap.
that's true. That's true. But if you take, let's take a look at the skill masteries for each one of them. Each one of them are playing champions that they seem to be very comfortable with. While we are looking at the side of Team Rocket, who are playing somewhat new champions. Other than Caitlyn, they're somewhat new to these champions. So you're gonna look for those, not knowing mistakes. But it's okay, because we're gonna get right into it as we load into the Rift. Alrighty, let's get these early game hijinks out of the way.
Confirmation on timestamps.
20 seconds.
Perfect.
Boom.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Sorry, y'all. Riot's been killing us with these timestamps for the last two matches.
30 seconds.
Sometimes 15 to 20 seconds apart.
Right?
Sure.
Just nuts. Fighting over the ward. Ooh, that cleaver did take a chunk. You are right
Yep.
about that cleaver. Good lord.
And he did say speed back when he lands it too.
He does. Oh man.
It still comes off with a net. It still comes with a negative HP loss, but he loses a lot less if he actually lands it.
So no need to be whiffing those. All right. Ward goes down on the blue so they can watch if their jungle decides to get slick and come get it. And they look like they're just gonna head the lane, while the blue side is forced to give a little bit of leash, which means it'll put them a little bit behind. I wonder if it's gonna put them a level behind so they can level 2 all in.
I don't believe so. The one thing I'm worried about here is that because Mundo has to leash,
But look at it.
slightly late to it.
But look, they stayed a little too long. They stayed a little bit too long.
They're backed up for all this, yes.
That head. You're right about that top lane, and they're going at it early. Mundo, head button. Not. Nice, his back's up. And Draven's already up picking with him.
That's exactly what he wants to do. You want to. Draven has an issue with Caitlyn starting at level 2
Right.
and 3. I mean, it comes back around level 5. But level 1 is purely in the range of Draven.
Goes in. That Galio is making that LeBlanc just hurt. Wow, he's not taking much damage at all. Nice. Nice bind through the minions. But Draven chunking her down. That shield does not protect you from damage. Getting chunked down herself. Flashes in. And that's a double kill going over to Draven. That was fast.
Great play.
Mundo.
Great.
And he's looking for a play. That's 3 going over to Abusement. abusing this Team Rocket team.
This is not what you want to see if your Team Rocket. A 2-0 Draven,
Oh!
1-0 Mundo.
Yes. It's gonna look, because now these lanes start to get scary. Draven, the more kills Draven gets early, the scarier this is about to become.
The one bright side that Rocket does have is that Draven did not get to cash out much for his passive. He wasn't in lane very long, so he didn't have many stacks.
That's a bright side, but
He still has a double.
let me hit you with the negative side. He went back and bought a BF.
Talk about negative side.
Oh! You stayed a little bit too long, Mundo. Nash is picking up the first kill for Team Rocket. We say a little bit about overcommitting. Using TP to get back to lane quickly. Taking his time, farming safely.
Mundo, you do not want these quit trades. You want to walk up, auto, and E and get a Q, and then you just want to back off. You cannot do that in your tower.
But he's trying it.
He's trying, but you want to bring them out from the tower.
Gets chained, jumps on him, and does little more than nothing. Full combo mid didn't land her much. That's a full combo, and that's gotta hurt your spirit if you're LeBlanc. That's gotta hurt. Getting chunked down. I feel like that's a misplay almost. Oh! And D goes down. Double kill again going over to Draven. This is getting bad. Abusement taking him down quickly. Galio running out because he sees that he's got that side warded and able to see that coming. Now, let's go bottom for just a second. That Morgana made a key mistake. The Black Shield came out too early. Yes, they're choking you. Yes, they're hitting you with attacks and they're chasing you, but it was way too early to use Black. They didn't give you any CC yet. None. So I think the Morgana either thinks that Black Mirror helps with damage, and it doesn't. It doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, only boss magic damage. The only way it will ever block pistol is if you're running carry.
So they use no CC. That should have been saved to at least save her ADC. If she had the Black Shield open for that, Caitlyn could have gotten out.
This is a very terrifying prospect for Team Rocket here.
Very.
They do have 3 taints to deal with Draven. However, if he continues to snowball control like he is,
right,
it's gonna tear right through him.
And look at the CS difference now. Now the CS difference is looking worse and worse. Going down.
Top lane still fighting.
But not getting much done. Oh, that bind does not go through minions. Using the shield correctly this time. Learning from her mistake. Save it, Caitlyn. Sejuani goes in, but that ignite kills her. Galio comes down. Sejuani chasing, but gets caught by the root. They're looking to kill Draven. He's running for his life. Chunking at the health, but barely survives as J4 comes to clean it up.
That was an amazing play from Draven there. He kited around Galio so perfectly with minions. He used the Galio's lack of vision in order to force the heroic charge, the justice punch, as it were, out of Galio, forcing him to miss and keeping Galio's entire way of getting all Draven out of there.
Right.
Great play from him.
That was that was very clean by Draven. Very clean. But the problem is they've committed so much to that gank. And with no payoff. They didn't kill Karma. They didn't get anything off of it.
In fact, they lost Caitlyn for it. Harper did a great flash knight there.
Right. So they lost. They came up negative on that play and committed so much to it. Oh, this is chasing him down. Flashes up. Gets hit by the turret. And he's gonna ult. Healing all the way back up.
Both flashes from both top.
And Karma instantly goes in. Good use of shield. But Caitlyn's gonna have to get out of there safely.
Says Rise.
Whoa, nice move. Nice moves. Who knew that Nasus had some jukes?
I mean, have you ever tried to test a dog that didn't want to hit the bat? Those dogs can move.
Dogs can definitely move. Sejuani! Ult comes in and gets taken down quickly as J4 has to back out because he has no one to fight with.
Mundo did not.
Oh my god, he just jumped to the other side and deleted the 2! Why are you so close with so little health? Why not just go back? Let them have it. Galio goes in. She splits into 2. He taunts the wrong one. Bottom needs some attention. This bottom is getting out of hand. Draven is
bottom is been out of hand. This is not a good rocket.
I agree, it's been out of hand, but they need to get a grip on it.
Yeah.
They need to get a grip on it. It's causing a 6K gold lead at 10 minutes. Purely by itself. Every other lane seems to be a bit close. You see it? Maybe off by a couple of numbers. Caitlyn is down by 20, as well as 6 kills.
Oh, this is not looking. If I was Mundo here, I would have gone for that kill. Yeah, you have your ult up. He does not have his. That's a free kill.
But look, can he see where J4 is? Because J4 is really close.
No, Mundo.
No, I don't know why Mundo didn't go for it, because J4 is really close.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Mundo should have definitely gone for that.
That's true.
You have ult, he does not. It's a free kill right there. He's fighting minions.
But now you're giving him a chance to farm up that Q.
Gets HP back too.
They're starting up Dragon. Draven shows up. Ooh.
Sejuani sees them go for this Rift Tone though.
And can't. He misses the cleaver. Sejuani dashes away. Mundo. Nasus comes down. And here comes backup. As Mundo goes down.
This is what you need to be scared of this game. The pure lockdown from a Sejuani ult into a Galio ult.
Right.
Matter who.
Oh! Draven ult murdering Caitlyn from afar. And you thought Caitlyn could murder you from a distance. Oh my. And these chunks. Oh! These Draven chunks.
BT and a second BF sword.
It's hurting my. Oh, I'm watching this. It's hurting my feelings.
Sejuani does not have her ult right now.
Used it in the previous fight up there for Rift Herald.
That's just putting down teleport.
So he can't use his teleport to go down bottom if they need him. He's not putting any. Like, you're not getting anything done against this Mundo. You need to be trying to find other places on the map where you can make plays.
180 stats in 12 minutes is very low. It is due to this tremendous pressure from this guy.
Right, and that means maybe getting out, moving around, and getting to where you can have some pressure. That'd be better.
I agree. I feel for this lock in this matchup. I've been the Galio, I've been the lock. It is just is so horrible for Monty here. She cannot do anything.
Oh,
All
man.
she can do is stare at Galio.
Because he's just going to walk. He's just going to walk up. There's nothing you're going to do. Like, and that's a good way to, now that's a good way to negate. That's a good way to negate their team fighting ability. Oh! Ults up! Runs away. Fighting. Going back and forth. Flashes away. Healing up a little bit more. Karma!
Oh, the aggressive flash.
Gets away. Said 20. Gets away. They're just going to back off. Said 20. Still here. Nice shot. And Draven ult. Gonna take 9. Draven ult. Once again sniping away at this team.
This Draven is an issue. Beyond an issue.
Beyond. LeBlanc finally on somebody she can kill. And finally takes her mark. They're going back. And finally he gets shut down. It's worth your life, I promise. Galio going in for this karma. She runs away. That spell almost killed. Oh, that tornado almost killed her. Don't take the chance. You took down Draven. Back out.
The Winds of War almost clipping her. If she sticks around for too long, she may die here.
But looks like Galio's gonna be the one with some sense, and he's gonna back away. Wow! Let's talk about this gold lead still sitting at 6K.
It's all entirely on the Draven. Not only does he have a huge kill and CS lead, but it's also his passive, giving him even more gold for every time he gets killed, making that gold lead even more expensive.
That's true. And we've still yet to see an answer from Team Rocket directly at the Draven. They have so much potential to pick him out. So much potential.
Draven is going to need his QSS this game. Just, if nothing else, to deal with the Central Audio. It is going to be entirely necessary. Even if he doesn't get hit by Central Audio, there's a Morgana Q. Morgana ult.
That's true. There's so much.
Galio on.
And he's got to remain alive during team fights because he is their biggest source of damage.
Speaking of, looks like we may be seeing a fight up here. They're all positioned for it.
They're positioned for it. Mundo. So our top laners are completely out of this fight because they're fighting down bottom. But they're backing out of it.
When it was trying to, at the very least.
Right. Someone was trying to bait a fight there. And Nasus takes down Mundo. But they're losing turrets. But let's not forget, they lost turrets. 4-0. It's mind-boggling what's happening here. It's not mind-boggling. It's pretty straightforward. This Draven is causing you problems. You need to deal with it. But the problem is they can't force a fight. Here's why. Here's why they can't force a fight. They can't force a fight because Draven is too big. He can split off to a side lane. He can be babysitted, but you'd have to send multiple people down to deal with him, which would then force the rest of your team to deal with the rest of his team just pushing into your base.
Very smart for Draven here. Already grabbing the last whisper components. A great way to deal with the entire tank team.
Right. So that Draven building directly against what he's up against.
And already a lot of ADCs right now wouldn't be this preemptive about it. They'd wait until the enemy had more armor. But his Draven has gone ahead and said, no, I know what they're doing. I'm better. I'm better as hell. They are going to build armor against me. I'm gonna build a Last Whisper now.
Oh! Nats has become a bit of a problem for this Mundo. But not enough of a problem. Whole team. Looks like they're setting up for Baron. It's really early. This is gutsy to go for it. But Draven looks like he packs enough of a wallop. But this is another way to force a team fight. They're going for Rift Herald. They take Rift Herald down. Sejuani's in it. Chasing him down. Look where this Draven is positioned. Just eating at the rest of this team. Just throw it. Throwing it. And they finally take him down. This Naz is coming up big for Team Rocket. Okay. Abusement part. You played that maybe a little bit early. Well, I don't know. You're really far ahead. You could have easily taken that objective.
The issue was they got separated afterwards. They had two different people who wanted to do things there.
Right, they did get separated.
Karma and Raven walked out. They were done. They wanted nothing to do with that fight. Meanwhile, Mundo and Jarvan died for it.
And that's the point. Your team has to be all on one page. Either you're gonna take the objective and fight, or take the objective and walk away.
I've been walking around with very gutsy there because as of right now, Draven does not have an answer. Despite how bad he is, he does not have an answer for the Sejuani and the Galio. He can handle the Nasus for the most part, but the CC from a Galio and Sejuani is just too much for him. He needs that QSS, and quickly.
And his team, it's not that his team isn't peeling for him. They're just doing the best he can. It's just too much. As Shelly gets taken down before she can hit the turret. All five of Team Rocket standing united. Clearing wards.
Both Midlands have done an excellent job this game. All they've done is farm and get kills when they can.
Right.
Neither one of them died in days. They both stayed back. They both hey, man, can't kill each other. Bye.
That's exactly how that goes. Can't kill each other. Agree to farm? You want to farm?
LeBlanc is too slippery and Gallia way too tanky.
So that just came out of deal there. But bottom lane got bust open. But it's still looking like it's not making much of a difference. As Team Rocket is standing their ground. Looks like they're trying to pull a 1-3-1. But the problem with a 1-3-1 is you got to get back to lane.
Ooh, big damage coming out of Karma with that Mantra Q there.
Big damage. Big damage. The problem is, for that early lead of Draven, it's not making much of a difference now.
I believe we'll be seeing more out of that later on. Once he gets the QSS, these people will be prevalent in fights.
Mundo flashes away from Morgana. Oh, misses the cleaver. Caitlyn shooting him. Forced to use his
toss and the Morgana flash.
Two down here. Two of Team Rocket down here to fend off this Mundo. That means the objective that they're trying to protect only has 3 members trying to go for it, while they have 4.
Those 3 members are the scary ones of the team. Those are the 3 that can kill Jay. Looks like their option is just go to Dragon instead.
Right, which is a safer option. Unless they
Very
get,
much.
because they can chunk it down. Draven is gonna have to build something to deal with all this CC. So you're go ahead, because I was getting ready to say the same thing.
He has a lot of gold on him, so if he doesn't build USS now, I believe he's just going to be messing with himself later. He opted to go for Lord Dominance.
Well,
I would personally go for Lord Reminder just to deal with the Nasus healing, because Nasus gets a free 50% lifesteal just from his passive. That's part of what makes the Nasus so dangerous. He always has innate lifesteal that allows him to sustain. And that damage goes up with his. The stronger his Q is, the more the healthy stand back.
Right. But as this game goes on, does it favor Team Rocket or does it favor Abusement Park?
Why, thank you.
It all depends on how they play. If Draven stays back, doesn't get too cocky, doesn't get called out by the CC,
Right.
then I believe it will favor Team Abusement Park. Because Nasus should not be able to get on Draven before Draven kills him. Once they're both full build.
We're running into the point where they can't stop him. Like, if you can tell, when these fights break out, he's in the back. He's in perfect position. Look, he's in the back. Perfect position. Just chunking away at life. But they can't stop from getting to him. And Draven goes down. They finally get to that back line. J4 comes in. Going for Caitlyn. Caitlyn flashing back. Getting in the perfect position. But LeBlanc gonna take her down. Chasing this Sejuani as she slowly makes her way over the wall. Running for her life. LeBlanc won't let it go. Chains her. Gets her rooted. And finally takes her down. That's an ace on the side of Abusement Park.
Great job from Draven here, just kiting back, knowing his auto range, keeping off the auto range of Nasus.
But the dangerous part is what's happening is they're using all their CC at the beginning and they're not having enough to keep him absolutely safe.
It didn't help that they went in one at a time. Nasus already dead by the time Sejuani showed up there.
Right. They have enough CC together to where they have to deal with the first set of CC, and by dealing with the first set of CC, they won't have anything left to deal with the second set, and that's where Draven gets hit at.
It truly is a situation where you need to prepare for trouble and make it double.
Yeah. And as we go along with it, they are definitely gonna need to figure out how to use that CC to create some devastation.
I agree.
Because if not, they got enough. They don't need to go in one at a time. You're right, they need to go in all together. Forcing them to use all of their anti-CC the first time and then using the rest of the CC to kill Drake.
Draven still isn't building his USS, and Mikhail's Crucible is not being built by Karma either. They have no way to deal with the CC. This is going to come back to bite them in the butt very soon.
If this game makes it that long, maybe they're looking for one more fight, knock them down, and push into this base. They're right on the outside. J4 jumps in on Caitlyn. But Draven shooting is throwing, but getting caught by the worst person he can get caught by, Nasus. Galio going forward. Karma locking him down. Nasus still chasing her, chucking her down. But Nasus is finally brought down As the hero of the hour jumps in, Caitlyn still shooting. Team Rocket backs off with the 3 kills. It's starting to get ugly. It's starting to get ugly. On the side of Team Rocket, it's really starting to get ugly. If you watch that fight, they tried to get to Caitlyn as fast as they possibly could. They used everything they had to get to that Caitlyn as fast as they possibly could. She flashed out, which is what I appreciate, a very good flash. Not able to get her, and then they turn the whole fight around. Because Draven comes forward to try to get the kill. Now he's forward, gets hit by CC, he can't leave. Now he's running, Nasus catches him. It's been the same thing for 3 fights.
Keep in mind there, Karma got hit by Morgana to start that fight. Karma was not able to peel Draven at all. Karma is essential for keeping Nasus off of Draven. That root and slow is everything he needs.
And another dragon going over the red team.
That's 3 mountain drakes.
3! If they win the fight,
Baron, towers, all of it's dead.
but now they just got to get through this Team Rocket team who seem to have finally found their groove together.
Why, thank you.
And they all in on Draven. They all in on Draven. He backs off. They're caught. Draven's still chugging him down. They can't get to him. Sejuani's gonna get taken down. Triple kill going over to Draven.
That fight was all on Jarvan. He kept Nasus, Sejuani, and Galio all locked in the pit with him.
That's
they could not get out.
That was an intelligent way to use your ult. He kept them inside the pit. They couldn't get out, so they couldn't CC Draven. And Draven's just chonking. And here's those mountain drakes going to work.
Now, if I'm Team Abusement right now, I want to set up around Baron. I want to get Vision out right now while the rest of the team is there.
They don't have any.
Now, they have no vision.
And they're going for him. Morgana comes up.
They have no vision right now. If they set up vision right now, they can actually try and set up for a couple picks. Because someone's going to walk in and check.
Right.
If they set up vision right now, they can get a couple picks and make easily a 3v5 or a 4v5. They just have to get ult like last time, keep Nasus and Sejuani under lock, and Draven's just allowed to go to town.
Yep.
Draven builds Black Fever. Okay.
Brave. So he's extra. He's trying to go extra against these tanks.
Not only that, because of the rage passive that Black Cleaver gives, that extra movement speed he gets will allow him to kite even faster. He is entirely reliant on his position in this fight. As long as he doesn't get CC'd, he's invincible. They will not be able to catch him. But this all relies on him dodging the ults from Sejuani and the flash W's.
Oh, that Karma took your bar down to almost nothing. What would you do for half your bar? Gone!
Uppercut, apparently.
Apparently! God! I'm not saying to nerf this champion. I'm just saying, please take a look at this footage.
If there's any champion, we should say, hey, let's have a look at...
Oh, Morgana getting caught out! And in return, Sejuani's getting caught out! But Nasus gets caught out!
Nasus is not even flash here. He's dead.
And he's dead! It's time! It's time, big fella! Draven, you hitting the wrong stuff, buddy. Oh, wait! They said, nah, we're skipping Baron. We're going right for the win. Caitlyn shooting her heart out.
They do have 3 Maladrins. They can destroy these towers very quickly.
They are knocking down this inhibitor. Galio ult, but it's too late to save her. Draven steps too far forward and gets taken down.
Draven made a very over-aggressive play there. He flashed into the Galio in order to last hit the Sejuani. And because of that, they will not be able to end, I don't think.
Wait a minute, but they're having to back up. Another turret goes down. That Mountain Dragon is working for everybody. You're right. They cannot end it this time.
Draven is a lot of their power. I believe that right there, King is to stay back. Let Sejuani live. It doesn't matter. Because at least you're alive.
Right. And you got to value your own life if you're Draven. Because you have to realize that your life is the team's life.
I have to give it to Salon. She still is 3-0-8. And she's had consistent farm throughout the game. Not great farm.
But consistent.
Consistent. It's been about the same the entire game.
They're doing the best they can. Draven's finally up. Now they're looking like they're going to push bottom side. Can Team Rocket do anything to stop themselves from blasting off again?
That's right, I don't think so. Nasus does have this teleport.
And they willingly stepping on Caitlyn's traps. And she just gets deleted. Morgana gets deleted. They waited for her to wake up, but Caitlyn got deleted. From far back, Nasus gets deleted. Galio comes in. Sejuani getting worked.
And that's the end of the
and
game.
That's an ace. And that's going to be it. Team Rocket's blasting off again. This time to the loser's side as they lose their first game.
Nasus tried his damnedest right there. He flashed on top of Draven, but there was so much CC left on the side of Team Abusement. They could just keep Nasus locked down.
No matter how powerful your Q is, you're gonna fall to it, man. Let's look at the details. This Draven is well above any damage done in this whole team.
Draven popped off right here. He has plenty of experience on the champion, and he proved it right there in that game.
When he says the League of Draven, this is exactly what he meant. Games like this is like makes you want to ban Draven every time you see him.
I used to.
Just ban the guy. That's nuts. And he did all of that off of 2 kills.
Something you can look for here is Karma has insane vision store this game. She had great vision control, great ward placement. Not just placed.
Right.
Morgana had similar wards placed. She only had 7 less. But Karma's vision store was so much higher because of where she placed them.
Yep, because a ward wasted. Something I learned from my own research as a support is if your ward doesn't catch anyone, it wasn't worth placing.
Correct.
If your ward doesn't see anybody, it doesn't prevent the gank, it doesn't prevent what was going on, then it was worthless. It's a worthless ward.
That being said, if you place it somewhere where, say in the tri-bush, or let's say you place it on the bush next to red. You know, red's up, and you place that vision there. And even if it never sees anyone, even if someone never walks across it, you at least know that red's still there. You at least know they're not on that side of the map. They're not sitting there around Crust. They're not on Raptors. You know where they're not.
And that's also a good warding strategy to know to gather information. If you look at the vision scores, there wasn't enough information. The only time I seen that red didn't have a lot of information was when it was time to go for Baron. They didn't have
Correct.
a lot of wards around Bering at that time. But every single other point of the game where they had them caught out, that Morgana was finally trying to get her vision score up at the end, that's how she got caught out.
Hmm. I would like to see from Team Abusement, you're ahead this entire game. You are controlling this game. You
Correct.
are winning fights. I would like to see more vision control. I would like to see more pink wards purchased in place from the entire team.
I
The,
agree.
hi- the highest amount was LeBlanc with 3.
And
I would like,
that's
yeah, that's
crazy for a 35-minute game.
yeah. In 20 minutes games, I'll usually have like 7 or 8 bought and placed.
Bought and placed. I'm telling you. Because vision is very important. You need to know what's going on in the map. Because if you
It's
don't, it just gets scary.
especially when you are the one controlling the game.
Yeah.
You want that control. You want to know. You want them to have to walk into you, not you walk into them.
Exactly. Because you're already more powerful as it is, and that'll just further advance your lead.
Exactly. Terms of builds. Uh, Honestly, I believe everyone bought and exactly what they should. The only person, ironically enough, who I would say changed up the build would be the Draven. But in the end, it worked out. He positioned well enough that he didn't have to worry about QSS, and Karma didn't need to buy the Mikhails.
My whole thing with this, with the way this got played out, the way it got played out, Team Rocket, you had a composition. I want to see you on champions you're more comfortable with. They might have banned away a lot of the champions that you were comfortable with. But this is where having a secondary comes in hand. You know, you have that other character you've been practicing just as much as your regular character. This is where those characters come out to shine. They banned away a lot of Team Rocket's primary cast. Their primary cast. It's time for your secondaries to shine. But Morgana, you need to better understand why Morgana counters Karma and in what way. You know that you counter Karma, but you weren't using it in the way that you should have. You put yourselves in scary situations. Like, first and foremost, Draven already looked like when we first started the game. Draven looked like if you mess up once, I'm going to kill you. Cause he was chunking at you from the beginning of the game. Bruh, you still
These
here?
stats mean a lot. Draven had 19k gold that game and destroyed 6 towers on his own.
I'm I'm baffled. I'm baffled. Like like and some of those kills, I'm not gonna lie, you felt safe under your tower one time, he flashed up and you lost your life. Those I can't do nothing about. And I agree with you. You can't do nothing about those. You just lost your life. But actually you could have went back. Concede the lane to him. Concede it. He got mostly fed off of the kills.
Mm-hmm.
His CS was good. Don't get me wrong. His CS was fantastic. But he wouldn't have been that dangerous to deal with CS alone. It's the kills on top of the CS. Because as you said, his passive gives him more gold if he kills you.
Mm-hmm. Only activates when he gets the kill. The more
So
stats up from catching minion or killing minions and catching X's.
so you needed to not get killed there. It was paramount that you didn't get killed. Because the second you got killed, it gave him more gold. When he went back, he already had a BF. He had a whole BF at like what 5-6 minutes.
He almost had a BT at 7.
5-6 minutes. So my advice to you is get on champions that you can play better. Oh, and ban that Draven. Get that out of here.
Very much so.
Just get that on out of here. That was way too much. Kind of like that
Go-
Mord the last time we cast together. That Mord, like these champions that can solo carry games are really, really dangerous.
Draven's in a better spot than that. That Draven in particular played very well,
Right.
but you won't often see a Draven who just solo carries like that.
They say you see things once in a million chance. So this was my 1 in a million, and I seen a Draven carry a game. He put that game on his back. His team did a good job, especially J4. J4 finally realizing what he was there for.
Funnily enough, most of the bans from T Rocket were targeted towards J4. Lee Sin and Gratis were some of his most played champions.
Correct. And that's because you tried to ban, and then you have J4, who's really, really, and I like J4 as a champion because he's really, really simple to play. His combos are simple to understand. You can pick him up quickly, and he's a good secondary. You know what I mean? He's a good secondary, good third for your role. We're just waiting to get back into the match. Trying to find out what's going on here. Because we need to see the second round of this match absolutely play out. Did they just start another one?
I hope not.
Looks like they did. They've been in it for like 0 minutes.
Huh.
They've been in it for like 2 minutes.
What do we do?
We'll be right back. Do 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 do. Trying to find out if he started the next game because it looks like he did.
Can you spectate that game from the menu?
I'm gonna try.
And if you can, I'm pretty sure I can spectate off of you.
Okay. Let me see if I can. Looks like I can. Cause I'm gonna try.
I can't.
Can you spectate off of me?
I already am.
All right. Oh, hold up! They started the game without us. I don't know I don't know how to feel about that. They just started the game. I guess they were a little bit upset. Can you see who the teams are?
I remember yeah, I can see them.
All right, so Mundo, Lee Sin. So they got their Lee Sin this time. So they didn't give any bans to the J4. They must have banned Draven because now we see Vayne. Leona.
This is terrifying, actually.
Oh, Leona and Zyra? All right, as we begin into the Rift in Game 2. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry about this, guys. A little bit of technical issue, but it's okay. We bring you the action no matter what.
Timestamp check.
28 seconds?
Oh, way off. Okay.
What are you?
30. I'm at 30 now.
I'm at 36. 40. 45.
And
50.
yep, we're in sync now.
All right. Sorry, guys. Technical issues abound, but we will definitely get the action to you. So what you missed was a couple of early pokes from Mundo.
Minions have spawned.
So the jungle's gonna be entirely different. But
Top lane's the exact same. I do say, Zoe is one of those champions I do not like to see. If I'm against her, I just hate that game immediately.
Wow.
Nico and Zoe are those champions. we may see this sustained. Zoe does so much damage, and it's really hard to mess with that sleepy bubble trouble.
But you do have to catch that that early piece, don't you? Where you have to jump through the hole.
Not always. There's been some cases where you'll just hit over a wall. Where if they had vision, you didn't. And then all of a sudden, I've seen her one shot at ADC who did not get hit by the trouble. Just pure Q damage.
Jesus. So, already looking for Udyr. Mundo, they're fighting this time.
They can. It's a Mundo and a Lee Sin into it.
Udyr getting chunked down, having a flash. Mundo missing his briefcase.
If Lee Sin goes for the Q here.
Oh!
Look at that Zoe damage. Level 2.
And
did a quarter of her HP already.
All right.
Level 2.
So just for those who watching, if you look, Abusement Park is on the left side of your screen, and Team Rocket is on the right side of the screen. And they said, yeah, sorry, we forgot. They got into it and forgot. But it's okay. That's when you know you're really you're really gaming right now. You're really into it. You forgot the commentators.
We don't have a role.
Right? They're like, we don't need y'all. We wanna win. So, Leona and Xayah down bottom 4 for Team Rocket. A much better bottom pick. Vayne tucking her down. Oh, why on? Oh, fatal error. Oh, shoots into the wall. Not again. Vayne, one more shot, and D takes her down under tower. 2 kills going over early to Vayne. What a mistake.
I was going to say, I'm a great fan of Xayah's support because of that exact reason. Xayah got hit by a single root, and that led to all that damage.
Oh, but
great plays from the Vayne there.
But what was messed up was when you're Leona, and you see your Lee Sin going in for when you're Leona, and you see your ADC getting dove on, you immediately stop. When you need to hit the ADC, not the support, at all. All of your CC needs to be on the person doing the most damage in that lane, and that's going to be that Vayne.
I firmly believe she aimed for the Vayne, missed, and got the Xayah.
Yeah, but stop! You hit your E, stop! She didn't have
walked at the Vayne.
Right, she could have had her Q ready to stun the Vayne and stop some of that damage, forcing them to back off. But she used it on the Xayah. And another gate coming in from this Lee Sin, draining them down. And another one goes over to Abusement Park. They're just riding their first game all the way into this one. Good Lord. Let me off this ride. I don't want to be abused anymore.
This is a terrifying prospect. Last game we saw a Draven absolutely just carry the game. This time we see a Vayne already 2-0.
Who is very good at shredding through tanks. Very good. That's 3 poke true. Hurts. Badly.
On top of that, she has a lot of
she gets stuck. This time going for the Vayne as she should to stop the Zyra. But isn't enough. Can she walk away with her life? Barely. Vayne rolls in. Takes her life. Zyra takes her life. But Xayah escapes with hers.
These two bot laners have great synergy together.
Yes.
Not just as champions, but as players. So you can see it in the way they're doing.
You can see it. When one goes in, the other goes in. Lee Sin going for the Udyr. Udyr stopping him in his tracks. Uh-oh. Zoe came in to break up the fight. Slowing him down. Mundo still fighting him. Said you can't take me on your own.
To be very close to a kill.
Getting hucked. He misplayed, and Mundo takes him down again.
Very different lane from last time. I hope Nasus is not tilted from last game, because this is going very differently than last time.
It is.
And you do not want that. You've already seen what this Mundo is capable of. As a super tank, you do not want him to get in that position faster.
And now, let's also talk about how the CC for Team Rocket, Leona is the best CC on that squad, on that side.
Very
the
true.
best.
You can't underestimate a Flash 5-man Timber from Ania.
Right. You can't underestimate it, but how likely are they to group up like that? Y'all gotta be tight. That's a fight in the jungle move right there.
I've said it before, people love to fight in the jungle.
I don't understand that.
It's just where you get caught. It's where people don't award because of that, is where they get caught.
And she's backing off so much farm. But she's still keeping close. Only 7 behind. This time Udyr comes in for the gank. Chasing him down. He's stunned. Tiger. Back to Bear. Chasing him down. Flashes in. More Tiger. Getting caught against the wall. Leona. Going for Vayne. Gets killed. Zoe's down. Lee Sin comes in. You shouldn't have ganked me. Amusement Park running across this team. That's his forced to flash out. Oh my God. They're dying everywhere. There's bodies. We don't got enough morgue. Vayne's already got a Blade of the Ruin King.
3-0-1 with a...
Lee Sin goes in. Timbers comes down. Punching away. Gets hit by the smite. And he's trying to finish him off. Lee Sin, considering it, let it go.
Good, very good. Do not need it.
You can see him considering it. Can I kick her fast enough?
Both.
And once again, this bottom lane having issues.
I just want to say, both teams have been consistent, but no one more so than this mid lane. Both times, this mid lane has just farmed. And I love it.
This mid lane said, nah. Yeah. Like, hey, bro, they're fighting everywhere else. You want to fight? No. And again, Leona goes down, pinned against the wall.
This is not looking good for Team Rocket.
They not
need to get this Vayne under control.
And
He's already proven himself to be the caliber player in the solo carry game. And Vayne is just as hard of the carry as Drake.
And in some conditions, harder.
Indeed.
And I think this might be one of those conditions. Like, she flies away, and she just won't stop. This Vayne won't stop. Nasus trying to come down and cool this bot lane off. Zoe gets killed. Mundo comes down to make it even. Leona flashes in. He doesn't care. He's chasing this Nasus down. Gets killed. Zyra. And Mundo, that's what you hate to see.
5-0, 5-0, and 2. Mundo and Vayne. That
Woo!
is a tank, a super tank who can't stop from walking at your team, and an A carry who can destroy your team. That
Nice move from Annie. Nice move dodging that Lee Sin Q. But I'm bewildered. Like Team Rocket. And it's 12 minutes. And they have a 5K goal lead. 5K.
I do personally believe this is the issue with Leona. In every match we've commentated, in my own personal experience, Leona just doesn't deliver because of where she's at in the game.
Right.
She is tanky, but if your team's behind,
there's nothing she can do. She doesn't have the ability. Now, Anasis, now without being able to see the picks and bans for this game, which, you know, we weren't privy to, if they didn't ban Nautilus, not Nasus, Nautilus, that would have been a better pick here.
Indeed.
That'd have been a better.
It could be, what is it? Comfort.
Right. Leona is very comfortable, but unless you're absolutely destroying that Vayne, stop it. And then look what she built at the first beginning. Doran Shield. She wasn't taking that chance. Leona, use her all already. And when they take down your tank support before coming for you, it just feels bad. It just feels bad.
There's nothing this bot lane can do versus Vayne anymore. At this point, this team is a lane of.
Oh, and Timber takes down Lee Sin. This mid laner is trying his damnedest to keep this team in it.
If there's anyone who can take down a Vayne, it would be an Annie.
And that's true. But the problem is, it's not just the Annie you gotta deal. It's not just the Vayne you gotta deal with.
It's a Mundo.
This Mundo's looking Mundo.
This Mundo looks like he wants to go.
Like this. I mean, he is business Mundo, so he's about getting dough. And they're already moving into the mid lane.
Oh, looks like we're gonna be looking at 4v3 here.
And they finally jump on Vayne, taking her down. And that kill goes over to Annie. Gets burned down. Leona takes down Zoe. Gets taken down by Zoe. But then she gets taken down by Udyr. Lee Sin, thinking about it, takes it, and kills her. Vayne shooting her off. Mundo comes down. Mundo walks in, saying, "Where's the business meeting? I got these reports I need you to read." But they backed out because this is a hostile takeover. What do you do? What do you buy to stop this? Leona goes in and gets killed underneath the turret. It's not enough to protect you. Lee Sin goes in. This Vayne destroys him. This Vayne destroys him. Lee Sin hops on Udyr. Udyr dies. Udyr does a one shot from Vayne. She goes down. Annie, are you okay? Annie shutting down Mundo. Annie, are you okay? Because you need to be. Oh, but Zoe takes her down with the other half of her health going down to one skill.
Zoe answered our question. She's not okay.
God.
Seems to be a little dead.
Every time they seem to try to get their foot on this match, Something pulls it from them. They got this Zoe insane damage. They have this Vayne running around. And if that's not much of a threat, they got Mundo coming. All different types of damage. All good damage.
Worst part is Mundo is a particularly hard top laner to just nail down. He has natural tenacity coming from his W that makes him very hard to stop. He can just walk through your teams. Even though Leona and Annie, he cannot be stopped by them. Especially if he starts building Spirit Visage like it looks like he is now.
Leona tried to predict where she would land. That's crazy. And they're going for top tank. That was one regular shot. Did you see what that did to Mundo's health? Did to Udyr's health?
Quite a bit.
That was one regular shot. That wasn't even the 3 piled up to hit the real one.
And he's sitting over from the wings
and gets stunned and gets automatically taken down. Zyra trying to take down Annie and finally succeeds. At least it succeeds where she failed. But now your dangerous ones are kicking in the front base.
This is just a street trader. It's just a game with shredding kills. Lots of high-powered damage coming from Zoe and Annie. Very much one-shot potential.
But it's
especially when it's like this.
It's way too much. And another Infernal Dragon going over to the side of Abusement Park.
That's not what you want to see if you're
That's 16% more damage that you're never going to be able to catch up on.
If only they had a Lord.
Oh! Mundo File is now chunking him down. Look at this. Look at Nass's health. And that's 2 Mundo Files. 2 Mundo. And leaps it over the wall, takes him down really quick. We knew that was coming.
Great job from Mundo. Corralled him. Oh, Zoe.
Udyr comes out of no. Leona. Ult. But this Vayne came and break. Oh my God!
2-item Vayne.
This is crazy!
Great job from Mundo there. Corralled Nasus straight into kick range from Lee Sin.
And they're just breaking down the base. They're just walking in. It's Mundo. What are you gonna do though? Leona goes for it. They're chasing down Mundo. Does he have his ult up? Lee Sin kicks him. And Leona goes down.
I'm mad at you now. I have a rhyme in my head. Mundo, what you gotta do though?
Yeah.
Down.
Oh, and Annie there, one hope gets shredded. They're 3 on Mundo and finally take him down. But the mid turret goes down. They're looking for the inhibitor. They gotta pull back. They're chasing this Lee Sin, but it doesn't matter. Lee Sin takes him down. Nasus gets taken down by Vayne. And this base is getting broken open. They're taking out 2 inhibitors. Are they gonna stop?
Team Rocket, do not feel bad about this one. This one, you just can't win every game. This one was.
But analysts analyzing. This is one of those games you just have to. When you look back on it, like I can't give you any advice here.
To be honest, the only real advice is don't die.
Like Abusement Park, playing around every objective so good, so great. When they do die, it's always for a purpose. It's for pressure on the other side of the map. They're pushing toward other objectives. It's never just dying. Yeah, you killed them, but they get something on the opposite side of the map. Now, are they gonna attempt to stop this Baron? Are you gonna?
You can't stop this Baron. Udyr is a level down on this Abusement.
Can you flash and maybe smite it? Look for it. He tried it and gets shut down. He tried it. He tried it and missed. He tried it. He tried it.
His smite did not go off though.
And they look like they're gonna try to defend. But Mundo's walking in with those superpowered Baron minions.
See, if I am Team Abusement here, I just want to rotate on this strategy. Did this Mountain Drake, make it so you deal even more damage to them. Make it so they have even less chance to fight you with a Baron and Mountain Drake.
It's just getting it. I don't know what to say here. Like normally I have like positivity about like, you know, catching somebody out or like maybe you can pick this off or play around this one.
That is a possibility if they manage to pick off Vayne. However, Vayne has proven himself.
But what's proven with the Vayne is Vayne has gotten caught out. Wow! Leona latches on the Mundo. Mundo flashes. Leona going down. Zaya going down. Nass is going down. Everyone went down. You couldn't get onto this Vayne fast enough.
That's a demoralizing situation. Regardless of whether they win or lose here, that was a 4v5 and they did not win.
Oh.
And in fact, it was 3v5 because they killed Zoe before the fight was broke out.
Right.
That is demoralizing.
And this match is going over to Abusement. Park. The one theme park I will never visit. I don't want no of these problems, son. None.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Oh my God. Let's talk about the game. Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, indeed. That was
Zyra did more damage than Vayne.
Not surprising. Zyra has extreme amounts of AoE, very consistent damage, lots of potent damage with her plants. I love Zyra as a champion. She's very fun, lots of damage, pretty safe too.
Right.
She is so good, even at melting taints, because usually she'll build like she did here, Leandries and Rylai's, and her plants just keep proccing that over and over and over, melting taints.
Team Rocket, I'm never. I think y'all need to scrim more together. The sync in the bottom lane is your Achilles heel here. Your lanes all bust open because the bottom gets ahead. Bottom gets ahead and then they start playing around bottom. They got a real good ADC. They can play around that ADC. And they all come down. Like Mundo came down and got a lead from his teleport. Then took that lead up top and smashed Naxxus. Which then snowballed that lane too.
I can't even say that Xayah played badly that game. She has the lowest deaths on her team, and she has the highest CS. Even more CS than Vayne. That shows that she was trying to be consistent throughout the game.
She was trying to get in it. It's just so much damage that was coming out of this bottom lane. They need more sync. That Leona, if they were gonna all in Vayne, Xayah didn't need to be that far back. Xayah needed to be up. Zaya needed to be up, ready, and if they were going to ignore Zyra, ignore her until they killed the Vayne.
That is the issue in that lane, though, because you can't ignore either one. You will ignore Vayne for Zyra. Vayne just sits there and auto attacks you 3 times with her silver bolts and just destroys her health bar pretty quickly. But then the same can be said for Zyra. Then you get locked down by her grasping vines, and then she just like kills you with plants.
But you got to do something. One of them
You
got
do.
one of them got to die.
The
You
way you do it, the way you do it is you bring down the jungler. You cannot win that lane in a 2v2 because that they destroy you. Zaya has a lot of kill. Zaya versus Vayne, Zaya should win. But Zyra versus Leona, that comes down more to Zyra
Yeah, that's
by
true.
a pretty large
By a
margin.
landslide.
Yeah. Zyra can overcome any differences between Vayne and Zaya to the point of it doesn't matter. And I believe this time the Team Rocket was a little tilted going into that. It,
You can see it because once the 2 kills came down, it all broke apart.
because it wasn't like they were making horrible mistakes, but the tilt was visible in a way of they weren't at their fullest capacity.
Yeah, I agree there.
And that's the thing about tilt. It doesn't always establish itself as terrible plays as much as it establishes itself as not so amazing plays.
And it's a different mindset. It's sometimes tilt isn't just it puts you in a mindset where you're not afraid of the enemy, but the second something happens, it triggers more of it. It triggers more of those emotions right away.
Precisely. I believe that's what happened in the second game because it fell apart very quickly for them.
It's man,
Annie tried her best to stay calm in that situation, but there's only so much she can do as Annie. Once she busts her combo, she's kind of out of it. She doesn't have much she's able to do from that point.
right. But what we're gonna say is, we give credit to your mid lane. Give all your credit. You deserve all of your credit. But I feel like y'all need to practice together. I feel like you guys need to get more of a cohesive team going. I feel like your comp is all over the place, right? You have an all-in fighting comp, right? You you know you pop. You got you have Leona, Nasus, Udyr, and Annie. So your idea is to murder whoever you catch out first. But I
Like,
saw none of it.
like looking through Team Abusement's match history, they've been practicing together today, like before these games ever started. So they've had their teamwork already set up. They've already talked about how they want to play this, how they're going to play around, what
Correct.
they're going to do.
I think you need to get into your scrims as well. I think scrimming will help you identify who you are as a team because your identity got bust open here. You didn't have one. You played well. You played well as individuals, but I didn't see a lot of group play. I didn't see a lot of group dynamic. Nasus was always late to the party. When he came to the party, it was already over. There was no more punch left. They didn't ate all the food. You at the end of the part where 2 people are dancing left. The party's over already. And now
Meanwhile,
you come down. Meanwhile, Mundo is down here when the party begins.
hmm
Mundo is down there. They knew, hey, let me get a TP over here where they don't see. Mundo comes down, turns the game inside out. Now he's got a lead that he can take up there to you. But I didn't see that type of cohesion going on with Team Rocket. The one thing about Team Rocket is no matter what they went through, no matter how many times they blast off again, no matter how many times Ash beat them, they stuck together. And through every iteration of the show, they stuck together. And I'd like to see Team Rocket actually live up to their name and work better together.
On the side of Team Abusement, one area to improve. Again, just like last team, better vision control. Even more than last game, you were stomping. You had complete control of this game. Yet I'm looking at this again, and there's very few control wards purchased.
Very.
The Zyra bought 4. That's pretty decent for a 24-minute game. That's actually pretty decent. Zoe has 1 and Mundo has 2, and then Lee Sin, especially Lee Sin,
Right.
and Vayne has
0.
0. Like
0. Zoe has
and,
1.
Here's Straight's thing: Lee Sin has 6 wards placed. How much
In
you want to bet
total.
most of those were? How much you want to bet most of those were for combos?
I bet.
Mm-hmm. So I would love to see some more vision control come out of your team here.
You did a very good job stomping them into the ground. You did a great job stomping them in the ground. But I agree. When it comes to vision, it can't be underestimated. It cannot
Can
be.
never have too much.
You can never have too much. You could kill a lot of different. So if you get some better competition, right? You get some better competition, and you start trying to stomp them, they can find a pick on you because of your lack of vision and turn the whole game around.
Indeed.
So that's that's a good thing you spotted. The builds in both sides of the team were great. They also did a great job building what they wanted to build.
Mm-hmm. Both sides. Zaya's rush of PD was a little odd, but I do believe that was like the only thing she felt she could go for.
Right.
There are situations where you feel like you can't go for the bigger items. You just have to go for this item right here. And it's a defensive item, too, on top of all that.
Right. But I got a question for you, and this is my one question for you. Zyra took Berserker's Greaves in this situation.
Wait, what? Oh, Zaya.
Zaya. I keep forgetting there's another Zaya. Zaya took Berserker's Greaves in this situation. Do you think Ninja Taffies would have done her any good?
No, I actually would have gone Merc Treads in this.
Really? Well, yeah, now that you say that, yeah, it makes sense.
You're dealing with Vayne CC, which she proved she was capable of landing multiple times throughout the game. You're dealing with Zyra Root, which is on a very short cooldown. You have to deal with Zoe's Sleepy Trouble Bubble, which if you get hit by that, at level 2, she took out a quarter of Vayne's HP with the EW or EQ.
We saw that. Riot, look into that.
Later on, that's going to kill an ADC. So I would have gone, and this is going to be said for both ADCs in both games, look more into getting defensive options for boots. It's a stigma for ADC that you always take Berserker Raids. You do not need to. Look at both teams. If you think you're going to be CC'd a bunch, go ahead and get more treads. If you see a bunch of AD in the team, get some Ninja Tabby. If you're not having to worry about either of those, then go ahead and look for your Berserker Raids.
And that's something that I wanted to point out, because I wanted to see what they could have done to mitigate some of this of the way this game went, to stop it. This snowball came so quickly. It came so profoundly that we didn't get a chance to analyze what they could have done to stop it.
Most of Zaya's deaths were to a Zyra root, so I do believe that's one thing that would have greatly helped her. The same thing to be said for Yudir and Nasus, because yeah, there's a lot of AD on the team that you have to worry about, but that Ninja Tabby is only helping so much versus a Vayne.
Correct, because once she hits you 3 times, that's true damage, and that has nothing to do with your armor at all at that point.
Exactly. So grabbing Merc Treads might have helped allow you to get onto the Vayne, because you could not get near her because there was always a Zyra next to her.
Right.
I saw Yudir die to Zyra a couple of times because he just kept getting rooted and there was nothing he could do to dodge it. You're in a jungle, you don't have many places to sidestep, and Zyra root's a pretty wide ability. It's not easy to dodge in confined spaces, so there wasn't much he could do. But because he had Ninja Tabby over Merc Treads, he was just forced to die.
So, I mean, that's one thing I can see by looking at the build. Other than that, just getting more teamwork with your support.
Hmm.
Cause I'd like to see, like, and again, we didn't see how the drafts went. We didn't see how drafts went down. Because if we did, if you see Zyra first, I go with Anami, something that can heal, keep your ADC out of danger. Like, and even if I didn't see Zyra, right? After that first game, I would no longer underestimate that ADC on the other side. Whoever they picked, I I'm gonna want to heal
Hmm.
because it's clear that he is very good at killing. Call him Agent 47. He's a hitman. He's good at killing.
You have a target on your back. You have to, especially, you went into Leona against that type of comp. Regardless of what you put first or last, it does not matter. You have to recognize what you can do in that lane, and it
Right.
isn't much. I
Because
do think,
I
I do
mean,
believe there's something that both supports should have done. Zyra, not much in this game because she was trying to dominate the lane, but Leona, you see you're losing lane. You can't do much. Zaya can't even farm half the time, regardless.
right,
Regardless of whether you're there or not. And when you are there, you'll both get caught and killed.
right. Rome,
Walk mid. Walk mid.
Rome.
Walk
That's
with your
an
jungler.
that's another thing. You were right about that. They could have been roaming a little bit more to create other leads across the map. Top was struggling too. They could have made a roam top. I know it's a little bit longer and it's a little bit more treacherous, but a couple of times having a Leona top would actually help out
Very much so. Uh,
Nasus, which who was a real pivotal cornerstone of even bringing your last game very close.
mhm. Nasus came very close to killing Muda multiple times, but just slightly short. I believe due to little misplays from Tilt.
Right.
Having a Leona there would have made
Would
a huge difference.
right. And you're not gonna and you're Zyra. And this is where having a plan comes in. This is where scrimming and having a plan comes in. We're losing down bottom. What do we do? What are our options? Talk about it. Hey Zyra, can you just stay here under tower? Don't move while I roam top. That'll put
And
pressure somewhere
there's
else.
there's a key thing. From playing together, you build up that trust. I've had an ADC that I've played with for years. We have a huge amount of trust. I can leave him at any point and just walk off to another lane. I won't even have to tell him. He'll just be playing safe.
Right.
I walk top all the time from bot, and he'll just be farming on the tower, not caring in the world. And then I'll walk back down with the jungler. I'll make a dink cabin top and walk down with the jungler and dink my own lane. That's something you can do a lot as a support.
But
Not
especially as a Leona.
especially though, it doesn't have to be Leona. You can do it as a Nami,
Right.
as
You
a
could
Janna.
Jana especially because she moves very fast.
Hmm.
Very, very fast. But again, maybe just looking for different plays. We're just trying to give them something that they could have done in that situation. Cause just staying bottom and continuously letting that vein gobble you up, it didn't just gobble you up. It gobbled up the entire team. Cause
Hmm.
what ended up happening is your team got gobbled up. You got killed. Then that made them go, "Oh my God, here we go again." What's that meme? Oh shit, here we go again. We
Like,
got, you know the meme I'm
yeah,
talking about.
I do.
But and that didn't put everybody on tilt. Now it didn't put everybody on tilt. It made them feel like they had to win their lane now.
Which, especially coming off that last game, is not something a feeling you want.
Right, it's not a feeling you want. They're not like, okay, now I have to fight Mundo. Now I have to get these kills. I have to knock down Mundo. Because if I don't, I'm never going to be able to catch up to this vein that's killing my bottom lane. When all that needed to happen was you now need to move around, concede that lane, concede it. Hey, bro, you got that. You got that lane. That's on you. You can have that. And just move around. Let Zyra Vault farm as much as she can.
All right. We've been talking about this for a while. I think a lot of it just comes down. They need to work together. They need to scrim a bit more, gain a little bit of trust between each other. No,
Right.
hey, I'm going in, follow me, no matter what.
Right.
And that's the thing. You have to start to do that. You have to take that level of trust. And then when something goes wrong, don't worry about it. Something
Yep.
went wrong, it's okay.
That's a good learning experience. Well, we hope you find this informative, and we hope you found this entertaining. My name is XX Howling XX,
And a red crayon.
and this is our ESDL match. We'll see you next time on the Rift.
GG.